guys, I'm so glad you're with me today. This video I'm going to be putting my makeup on, but that's actually not going to be the focus. Like, I'll put everything I'm using down in the info box, but I'm just going to be getting ready as I chat about a topic. And the topic of the day is things that can help you enjoy makeup again, or maybe get out of a makeup rut, you know? Just some little things, none of them really cost any money, but little shifts you can make that can get this process back to being something you enjoy and look forward to again. To me, it's a cherished part of the day, doing my makeup. I get up looking forward to it. I go to bed looking forward to it. It's just something I love to do. But there are some things that I do pretty regularly that I think keep it fun and keep it something I like. So I'm just going to be kind of getting ready as I chat about it. So this is my primer from Hard Candy, the Girl Scouts Milk and Cookies. I love this primer. It's very thin, kind of runny, but feels so good and kind of refreshing. The first thing that I wrote down here, yes, I gave myself notes. Using free time to just take inventory and play. This means, like, as opposed to maybe sitting down and scrolling on your phone for 15 minutes, like, actually get among your makeup wherever it may be in your home and go through it. Because just the act of going through it, refamiliarizing yourself with things that you have, and maybe just playing around when your day is low stakes, maybe you've got nowhere else to be, and just let yourself play. This is time where it's not like, okay, I have to be finished and done at a certain time and then do A, B, and C. Those are the times where you get inspired. Those are the times where you get ideas. There's room for those ideas to come in and start swirling when you're not on a schedule and you're just on your free time. And you don't have to be all experimental with it. It could just be literally going through a basket or a drawer and maybe weeding some things out. You're going to get rid of some things you never use, or you're going to be reminded of some things like, oh my gosh, I forgot I had that. Or man, I plan to use that tomorrow when I'm getting ready for the day. I'm going to look forward to that. You have to give yourself some time that's strictly just basically playing with your makeup. This is Revlon Illuminance that I'm putting on right now. I'm not good at the whole, like, not talking about what I'm using. There are times, even with what I do, you might think like, oh, she just always has something she wants to do a video on or whatever. Sometimes my creative juices are not flowing, but a sure way to get things going again is to just be among my makeup and just look at it and maybe reorganize it a little bit or declutter. And there's no doubt some ideas are going to start coming to mind there. And if you're not a makeup creator, it's just simply the fact that some excitement for makeup is going to come back to you through just low stakes, looking through your stuff and maybe playing around with it a little bit when the outcome really doesn't matter. And by the way, I'm shade 213 in this, and this is my little Ulta sponge. Again, I will have it all listed below if I fail to mention something that I'm putting on. But my second point is give yourself time when it is get ready time. This can mean getting up earlier, you know, or just having to be a bit more mindful about when you're going to do your makeup. I don't know if you fall into a feeling where it's just like a last minute thing all the time and you're always rushing. I think we tend to resent situations where we're always rushing. So if you put makeup in that position, you're probably going to view it as one of those things like, oh, and I got to do that. So mindfully create a period of time for yourself where you can have more available time than you think. And as with anything in life, like slowing down, being able to slow down and appreciate what you're doing rather than just autopilot flying through things, I think there's a better chance for it to be enjoyable. And if you didn't need all the time that you allowed yourself, go work out, go read a book, go do whatever, but start accounting for a little bit more time in this routine if it's a priority to you. I mean, if you're watching this video, maybe you're interested in getting out of that makeup rut or getting back to enjoying makeup again. But giving yourself time, not rushing through the process, that's going to help you enjoy it more. Here's another thing that I've been really focusing on recently: creating an organized area. Now, it doesn't have to be a room for doing makeup. It doesn't have to be even a whole devoted table for makeup or desk or vanity, but whatever the space is that you're working with, making it more organized. So I've been going through just my makeup room area and I've been getting rid of things that I just got used to seeing sitting in certain places, things that have been untouched maybe for a couple years, honestly, and have been sitting out on top of a surface. And I'm like, you know, it doesn't need to be there anymore. more. And there's just something that frees you up in your mind. I felt so good stepping in here today because I was looking around and I was like, yeah, it's looking really good. And this is e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. But I think that goes for even if you're keeping your makeup in a certain drawer space and things just become messy. It's no fault of your own, but it happens. Messes pile up. You got other things to deal with in your life. But if you take a minute to organize that drawer or organize that basket, get rid of the things that haven't been used in a while, get reminded of the things that you want to be using more of, I think it makes a difference. And it will make the whole process just a bit more joyful and free and easy when you feel like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I've got it under control. Like I said in the first step, maybe you've taken some time to take inventory and just play and kind of become friends with your makeup again. And then taking that step to really get organized. And that goes for so many areas in the home. It's a spring cleaning mindset right now. I've been trying to spring clean a number of areas of my home. And it's like, okay, I got the laundry room all cleaned up. What do you want to do after you clean a space in your house? You want to just kind of be in it and look at it, right? Like you want to just stop and take it in. You just cleaned your closet. You want to just stand there and behold what you have done, right? And the same would go for your makeup space too, all right? You're attracted into that environment that's making you feel comfortable again and happy again because you've straightened it up and you've made it feel approachable once again, okay? So makeup, that's important. Now, none of this that I'm really discussing in this video comes back to like how you look. It's just not about that at all. But I will say you may enjoy the process more if your skin is cooperating more. But I think there are some very basic and manageable things that you can do to be happier with your skin as you're doing your makeup. And that would be the non-makeup related helpers. It's drinking enough water. It's on purpose being hydrated throughout the day. It's trying to get a decent amount of sleep every night. It's consuming better quality food, more whole foods. And obviously having a skincare routine, you know, can improve your skin and help you develop a better fresh start for the whole makeup process. Now, some of those things are way easier said than done. Drinking more water, like we all say that, it's hard. It's something you have to start doing on purpose. It's a habit. All these things are pretty much habits you have to be willing to create for yourself. And once things do become habit, they become easier. But if you've not yet created that habit, I get it. It's hard. But drinking enough water, I can tell, like when I have been hydrating myself or not. My skin just seems clearer, brighter, more refreshed. I have a jug that I try to fill up every day and it takes me through like a half gallon and I can try to go beyond that. I used to have like a gallon jug and I thought this is just ridiculous. I don't even like lugging it around. So I went down to a half gallon and I figure if I drink that, great. And if I need to fill it up more at the end of the day, that's fine too. But the days that I'm not really drinking out of that, I can tell a difference. We went to a cheerleading competition over the weekend and I was drinking hardly any water that day. And it totally affected the way I felt by evening. I was like, Bob, I need water. I'm not drinking near what I'm used to having. And, you know, I could see it on my face the next day when I got ready. And like I also said, sleep, a big factor. Healthy eating, you know, it all works together. Makeup is great, but there are other things in just your lifestyle habits that will maybe lead you to enjoying the makeup process more because your skin is looking better. Happy skin, happy makeup process. And I had so much fun, by the way, in my last video experimenting with the different makeup process, but there's no way my brain can be talking about off-topic things and try to cope with a different process. So I'm like just doing my normal routine today. I did the Revlon Illuminance foundation, did the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer set with the Wet n Wild pressed powder. I think I might just grab a little full face palette. I'm going to use my ILIA one today. I love this thing, the Ethereal Baked Face Palette. I have it in the shade medium. I got it around the holidays. What a great purchase. I don't think it's something that's always available, but it's so good. Maybe they'll keep releasing something like this like during future holiday seasons because they did a great job with it. It is truly a blurring product. I'm going through my list faster than I'm getting my makeup done. But my next thing is just enjoy makeup content from like-minded people. Watch people who seem like they genuinely enjoy it. And I think we tend to have a radar for that, okay? Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who make it their business to create beauty content, but I don't know that they love it. You know, it's their job. Technically, you could see it as a job for me too, but I absolutely love it. I really think that if my entire audience went away, I might be crazy enough to just continue. It's a love for makeup that is the undercurrent to my whole channel. I enjoy the products, I enjoy the process, I like talking about it, I like thinking about it when I'm not doing makeup. Like, it is in my heart and soul to really take a genuine interest here, and I think you can feel when people are that way, and just enjoy watching content from people who feel like they have a love for it, because I think it does kind of come through and create inspiration. Find someone, generally speaking, who's on the vibe you want to be on. Maybe you want to start getting your house in order. You know, find a creator who really is on that train with you, and use the mountain of content out there to your advantage. In the past, for me, it would have been, okay, I'm going to be inspired because I'm going to read about makeup constantly in every magazine I can get my hand on. But now we have like free just access to so much, so enjoy it and find people who are joyous about it. That's all I can say. Find someone who's feeling the joy, not just treating it like a business-like process that needs to get done, because I think the joy can spill over through the screen. Kitten says, just throw the twist tie. This is the twist tie. She loves it. Putting on that blush. It's just an interesting little texture of product in this palette. Like, they do really blur, but they're very soft. My final thing that I wanted to talk about is just becoming less tied to a certain outcome when you're doing your makeup. Makes it more fun. And sometimes maybe we do really have our mind on a certain outcome. We've got a really, certain type of event and we want the makeup to look this way, and our expectations can kind of overshadow the experience and the fun. I get it. We're all going to have days where it just does have to go a certain way for us. But generally speaking, enjoying the process more than, oh my gosh, I'm going to look like this when I'm finished, or I want to look just like that person's makeup when I'm done. Like, no, let go of some of that. Just start thinking, what do I like putting on? Start there with it. As you're shopping your stash or, going through things, getting reacquainted with your makeup, set aside those things that you like putting on. Completely let go of maybe even the way it makes you look, but what do I like actually applying on my face? It makes a difference. And just like, be gentle with yourself too. You don't have to be perfect. We're human beings. We can make mistakes. It's like your face in the morning is your piece of paper. It's your blank canvas, and you're going to do something with it. And you're not a robot. It's not going to turn out the same every time. It's not maybe going to be perfect every time, but that's okay. Did you have fun as you were doing it? Did you enjoy it? I mean, sometimes it's little stuff that nobody but ourselves would like maybe look in the mirror late in the day and be like, oh, I wish I would have done that a little differently. But nobody else is paying that close of attention. It's your face. Let go a little bit, release the expectation, and enjoy the process. That's pretty much my last one. I still got half a face of makeup to do. I'm liking the way the skin's looking. It's pretty airbrushed, and that's what that ILIA palette does. It's kind of like putting on an Hourglass palette, but there's less shimmer potential. The shades just look really skin-like and natural. And they're light. Like, if you swatch the ILIA palette, it seems like, okay, is anything really coming off? But you look at your finger, you're like, yeah, I did get a legitimate swatch, but the powders just feel light. But guys, hopefully that helps a little bit. Just some things to think about, and maybe one of those is slipping for you. Like, maybe all of those things hold true, but you've been holding off on actually like organizing your space, let's say. Or you're doing literally all the things, but you're just simply not drinking water. Like, maybe there's just one of those that could be improved. And I'm not perfect at it either, at all. Like, I do not always have an organized space. And sometimes it's honestly not the worst thing ever. Like, sometimes I will have a cluttered desktop, but it makes sense to me. It might not make sense to any random person who came in here, but when is any random person coming in here? Like, let's say it's Christmas time and I'm reviewing tons of gift sets and palettes and stuff, and I'm in the midst of really using a bunch of different things sort of simultaneously, and I'm wanting to keep everything front of mind, so I got my desk kind of full and crowded looking. And it's working for me at the time. Just because you have a cluttered desk does not mean you necessarily have a cluttered mind. But there is something that feels very good and fresh start vibes about getting your stuff cleaned up. And like, I was reminded of that in this past week. Like, I've taken any bit of spare time, and I'm busy. I got 3 kids. It's hard to be up here shooting my content in the morning and then find yet an additional time in the day where I can come up here, pick a drawer and say, I'm decluttering this, I'm reorganizing this in a way that's going to serve me better. But I've been finding it, and I've not been doing it all at once. Like, it might be one portion of something I have at a time that I'm able to get through, because, you know, somebody's got to eat dinner or somebody's got to get taken to their practice. Somebody wants me to be the voice of a certain little person down there. This doesn't have to monopolize your life, but just like fit it in when you can do it. It's like your makeup motivational speech today. You know what? I have been experimenting with this Wet n Wild Mega Last Eye Primer pretty consistently. I realized I'm only going to truly know what I think about another eye primer if I give it more of a chance than just a day here or there. So I've been using this one for like a week and it's been working really well, I have to say. It's working for me pretty much just as well as Milani. And the thing is, I'm about certain it's cheaper. Yes, these are hard things to admit. I've done a really big eyeshadow storage redo, especially among the smaller palettes that I own. It's been very refreshing for me. I mean, people with big collections really have to stay on top of it. Bless you. I'm grabbing a palette out of my little palette curation station. I did that video last week. That's another great way to like fall in love with some products you have again. Find one of these little organizers. I'm actually using a tiered spice rack, okay? And you can take out some palettes and just like store them. Your palettes become part of your decor if you have room for it. I know in some spaces it's not going to make sense, but if you do have a makeup area where you want to do this, like, it's a phenomenal way for just sparking your brain. Sometimes things are too clean, okay? And by the way, if you see this stamp, I was stamped at the cheer competition over the weekend and it's not going away. It was like world's juiciest stamp. You can't even tell what the words said. Probably gonna stay on me for a whole week. But I pulled out Nubian 3 Coral here. But yeah, can your stuff get too neat? It can. You know personally what like trips your trigger in there and makes you get excited about something. So if that's having a little palette station, like, do it. I'm going in here to this shade. Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention something with my videos and ads. YouTube is doing a thing where they automatically place the ads, and you could do it before where you would have them automatically place ads. I always went through manually and looked for a few places in, let's say if it's a 20-minute or more video, I'll find a few spots to drop an ad, and I wanted them spaced out and I wanted them to come at a time that made sense. And now, like, YouTube will digitally decide if that made sense, and they can decline your ad spot where you put it there. I've come back to videos where I have already placed ads, like older ones, and we'll just call it the YouTube ad robot, has come in and like added way more ads or changed where I had my other ads. So I'm sorry if the viewing experience has not been ideal lately where ads are concerned, but that is how this unsponsored makeup creator does make money through the ads on the videos. I would appreciate if they wouldn't screw with the entire process that's been working for me. But I'm sorry if things have come up in odd places, if it feels like there's too many ads. Some of the ways I want it are changing. And sometimes, like, I'll get my video uploaded and I'll check and they have already placed certain ad sections. And sometimes they put it in just the right spot. Like, let's say I had a fast forward edit and there's no audio, and then they'll stick the ad in there. That's oftentimes where I'll place one, and that's okay. But then a video like this where I was talking pretty much straight through the whole start of it, I'm thinking there was no pause, but I'll still know a decent place where I would like chop it and put an ad, and they might decline that and then throw a bunch of them in somewhere else. I don't know. It's just not a perfect system yet, I guess. I'm taking some of this. Oh man, I was washing some brushes last night, guys. A bunch of my double-ended brushes, because I've rethought my double-ended brush storage. I had a little tray over here where I would put them and be like, okay, that's kind of where the double-ended brushes have to be, right? Because they can't stand up in a thing. Well, now I'm deciding that one of my rainbow drawers over here, that makes more sense because it keeps them out of the dust and it just feels better to have them kind of tucked away. And I had a drawer already where I was storing that Monge set from TikTok Shop, which was a ton of double-ended brushes. So it's not like I own that many additional. So I was getting them washed and I'm gonna get ready to put them in that storage. But I was washing my e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush and the thing just, the concealer side, the little side of it, the hairs just started coming out. That brush just totally went bad. I need to get a new one because it is a great brush, but I couldn't believe, I've never in all my makeup using years been washing a brush and just started pulling fibers out, like it just in clumps. What the heck? It wasn't just a light shed, it was a bunch of stuff coming out. Yes, washing your brushes, there's another thing that'll help you in the makeup enjoyment process, because makeup does go on better off of clean brushes, and your skin likes clean brushes, so clean them. It doesn't take that long. I'm trying to get blended here. Our cheer competition weekend was fun. We were in Collinsville, which is outside of St. Louis area. Big competition, really. Lots of teams. Belle's team, I thought, did really well for the most part. They've had to go through a lot of changes to their routine. They do something called upgrades, like the choreographer comes back mid-season for all the all-star teams at the gym and kind of amps up the current choreography. And for them, it seemed like they were basically learning an entirely new routine. I had never experienced like what that is because Belle was on rec teams for the last couple years and they just didn't do that. We just kind of stuck with the usual routine all season long. But we've still got a couple competitions left. We're going to be in Nashville and we're going to be in Destin for the end of it all. I've got some hair coming out here. I used my heatless Velcro rollers today and I've only got in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put one in the back that's like taking almost all my bottom hair and just sticking it under. And then I hairsprayed. I didn't use that Callista spray that came with it. I just used an aerosol. What do I have up here? It's a Redken hairspray that I just randomly had upstairs. Put them up, sprayed everything. I don't know how it's going to go because my hair is super squeaky clean from a shower last night. Rediscovering this mascara. Essence Lash Princess. This is the false lash effect one. Realized I had a lot of those because at one point like a new Essence mascara had come out that I really didn't like. It was the Queen one and with it came a bunch of Lash Princess mascaras and I really prefer almost any of those over that new release. But yeah, I took this one with me on my travels over the weekend. See that? Like it just builds up quick. And my favorite one has been the purple tube, the sculpted one. But I'm really digging this now. Maybe I didn't give it enough credit. Yes, kitten? Man, just looking around my makeup area, all the things I've redone, I could stand to do some brush decluttering. I've gone through lip liners, I've changed up, like I had a bunch of stacks of like Laura Geller stuff just kind of stacked up here. I've got that actually laid out really well now in a little tray. Did anybody catch the end of the Masters last night? Oh my gosh. I'm shooting this on Monday morning. Came down to a playoff. In the words of other sports, it went into overtime. Had to play the 18th hole again, and Rory came out with the win. Ugga didn't understand it. He's like, Mommy, why is he crying? I said, it's the emotions. Okay, lipstick mode. I'm gonna do Glossed Up Rose from Revlon Super Lustrous Shine. Take a little lifter liner. This is in the shade Big Lift. See, sometimes the liner can just be clean up. That's what I'm doing here. Like just defining my edges a bit more. So when we went to the competition, we ended up staying the night that she performed. Awards were so late. We stayed in a hotel that night. We're like a couple hours away, just like, we'll just stay. They didn't perform until like 5 something, didn't have to be there till 3:30. So got her ready at home most of the way except for the red liquid lipstick. And I was like, we'll just do that when we arrive. And it was so dim in there, like they kept the lights down really low in this convention center space. And I was doing this precise red liquid lip, and yeah, I could have gone into the outside hallway. At this point, I was halfway through the red liquid lip and the place is packed. I was proud of myself. It turned out pretty good, but her lips ended up way like overlined. Nobody probably noticed but me. But I'm gonna take these rollers out, huh? All these giant rollers are gonna give is a little like direction to the hair. It's not about having a bunch of curl, but it's like it takes your bed head and it just smooths it out. Give some volume. Like that'll work. It's smooth, okay? It's sleek. We can go behind the ear here. I'll put a little more hairspray on it, but like that's much smoother than when I got out of bed this morning. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. It wasn't so much about my makeup and my end result, but just talking inspiration and getting back to the love of makeup and getting you out of that rut that we sometimes fall into. So thanks for your time, and I will see you again very soon. I love you. Bye.